All right, I got asked to do a PC sort of build, like completely said and done. Like you get your keyboard, mouse, gaming PC, desk, and a chair with a screen, and what I would choose for around $1,000 price range. So I would probably go with this gaming PC. Before I would say that this is totally nonsense. It's garbage for this price. But honestly, during this pandemic, $629 for a gaming PC that can run games at around 60 FPS on medium to high settings, this is it. The Ryzen 3 2300X is an okay CPU. It is only a 4 core, 4 thread, so streaming might be a little bit hard, especially with only having 8 gigabytes of RAM. But how it comes is pretty good comparing it to $650 for this one, which comes with a better CPU. It has 4 cores, 8 threads, but this GT 1030 is absolute trash. You would not be able to play almost anything. 1050 Ti is as low as I would go. It's a perfectly good graphics card. Still till this day, the only problem with this PC, by looking at it, pardon me, is I don't know why it has spots for airflow, but nowhere to put fans. Now, me being me, I would cut that sheet metal. I would cut an opening here, almost as close to a circle as possible, and drill holes so I could put fans there and try to use the fans to cover up the hack job that it would probably become, because this sheet metal probably splits like crazy. It's probably not very thick. But how it comes, it should be good enough. It's not like it's a very high powered draining PC, so temp shouldn't be too bad with a Ryzen 3 and a 1050 Ti. You shouldn't be seeing over 70. So that's the PC I would pick for the price. Next, I would pick probably this desk. Me personally, I hate my PC sitting on the ground. They get full of crap, so having a little ledge where it can sit, where you know it's not going to be sucking up so much crap, or it could even fit up here if you're just doing a single screen. That looks like two 24-inch. Even still, the PC would probably still fit up here perfectly fine if you want it up with you so you can see it. Totally understand that. I do that myself. But above all, this desk doesn't look too bad. Next, I would probably splurge because you're probably going to be getting upgrades down the road. I would probably get the 144 hertz monitor, which I like. Dell doesn't make too bad of a monitor. It's obviously far from the best, but it has pretty much everything you want. I do like how the buttons are on the back, so you can actually see what the heck you're doing back there. I hate when it's underneath. It does have a tilting screen, so that's pretty cool. Has two HDMI's and a DP, so DisplayPort to your PC, and if you are a console player, you can always just plug in an HDMI into this thing. And if you have a uh, new gen console, PS5 and the Xbox, whatever series, whatever the heck they're calling it these days, because I can't keep up, you can get 120 hertz at least for a lot of the games. Next, I know a bunch of people like gaming chairs, but I have two gaming chairs and they are so uncomfortable. After sitting in them for about an hour and a half, your butt is toast. Like, my lower back is probably getting destroyed from this thing. I paid $1,000 for my gaming PC chair. It has like every special thing possible, and it's still not comfy. I really wish I just bought an ergonomic chair. This one is probably the best for the low price. It looks as if it has a 4D armrest, so it looks like you can adjust these by the looks of it, meaning you can go up and down with that button. Hopefully, it does have that little knob there, so that means you can tilt the seat back and forth. It does have a back support for the lumbar and a headrest, and above all, it actually doesn't look too bad. I hope that the mesh is darker than what it's showing here, but it doesn't look too bad, and I guarantee you will thank yourself for buying an ergonomic chair if you ever have to sit in a PC chair. For an hour, you're going to destroy your back. And then I'm sure no one's probably pushing the 250-pound range. You have to be a pretty big boy. Um, so yeah, that's probably what I would go with. So let's just get the grand total, which I already did it here. So it's $893 for the PC, desk, end screen, and then the other $109 for the chair, and equaling out to $1,002 before tax. The average tax would be, I guess it would be 13 on average, plus 1,002. So you're really not looking at too expensive of a price to get, an entire build said and done. 1,132 after tax. You can cheap out and get a cheaper monitor. You don't have to get this 144 hertz, but future proofing, you probably would want to have at 144 hertz, at least a 75 hertz monitor. Games like you should be able to run, if you bought an extra stick of RAM, Fortnite at 144 FPS with this system, no problem. I'm trying to think of other games that would work. CS:GO, obviously. Valorant would work at 144. Games like that would, but games like Call of Duty, I would probably say you're getting about 50 FPS with this build. You would have to change out that graphics card to start pushing a little bit higher. The RX 570 holds 60 frames, 60 to 80, and then the 1050, I think it's 50 FPS, and then the GTX 1650 is 60 FPS. So it's not too bad of a starter build.